hurts. These catchy records ain't nothing really but a walk in the park.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Saints and the Silver and Black, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones: turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
O'Connell to throw right away.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll run left with Abdullah. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well defended right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And they go play action here with O'Connell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning he's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes,
or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd down and 6 now. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 42 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 19-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throwing on first down, O'Connell. That one complete to Trey Tucker.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. A gain there of 21 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle, Abdullah. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run here. Abdullah.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw here, O'Connell. Mayer there to bring it in.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now a give. This is Abdullah. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Touchdown! Trey Tucker.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a
Las Vegas touchdown. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer, just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now, here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9.
Here's Carr to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Carr.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Here's Lou Hedley on now to punt the football.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Now O'Connell.
Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And they're going to speed things up here.
On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell. Hitting Mayer here on the out route.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Back to throw, O'Connell. Finding Johnson on the out route, that's complete.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
They'll go for it. O'Connell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and a couple.
Shotgun now for Carr.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
O'Connell on 1st and 10.
Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game.
Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to...
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
This is 2nd and 8.
Carr going to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Malcolm Kuntz.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
They'll set up a throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go with Abdullah again. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, O'Connell. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And they go play action here with O'Connell.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Play action. Now O'Connell. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown Raiders. 25 yards for the touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Now Carr.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Just when they need a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Off the play fake. O'Connell.
Flush to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Abdullah running right. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now it's O'Connell.
This is screen to Abdullah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. First down, here's White. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
White. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's a toss right side with White. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was finished off with a touchdown run by Zamir White. This fielded right at the goal line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now a play fake. Carr.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Carlson on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's to the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 72 yards. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Going to run with Madison again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Brings up third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Here's Madison running on first down. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Here's Madison running left. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, a ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen.